Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Infinite Spark Collective. I'm Kimberley, your spiritual and holistic coach, and your guide through the journey of spiritual awakening. This channel is also going to cover information and teaching about twin flames, soulmates, and karmic partners, as well as uh, work related to what is known as Hieros Gamos, or the inner union of the divine masculine and divine feminine. And that applies regardless of whether you're a twin flame or not. This channel is about spiritual awakening. And I myself happen to be on this journey to integrating my divine feminine and divine masculine. I am a twin flame, and that is all I'm going to tell you for now. And simply for the fact that that's all you need to know right now. So I pulled my deck for today for the frequency directive, and I did it on purpose. The Untethered Soul, based on the book by Michael Singer. Who are you really? I'm actually going to read the card that comes with it, and then I'm going to draw a card because they don't come with books. So they're meant to be interpreted obviously differently. So it says, what can you do each day to find inner peace and freedom? Welcome to the life-changing experience of going beyond yourself, meaning going beyond your conscious, 3D, egoic, reality-based self. Each quote in this deck has been carefully chosen to bring you a daily dose of wisdom and help you embrace and live the teachings in his book, The Untethered Soul. I actually have both, The Untethered Soul and Living Untethered. I haven't even read them yet. I was drawn to the concept because I've got a lot of other books like it. I have so many books I haven't even read them all. But it says, from awakening your consciousness to discovering spiritual energy and freeing yourself from blockages, the cards in this deck will help guide you in discovering your truest self and experience exquisite, unconditional happiness. Used on a regular basis, these cards will provide daily inspiration and guidance so you can live consciously and in alignment with who you really are, which is the God within yourself. Now, as I said, he's got two books, The Untethered Soul and Living Untethered. There is a Living Untethered deck as well. I have them both. It says, let these cards guide you every day. You may walk, or you may wish to close your eyes and meditate before choosing a card for the day, which is what I'm going to do, or simply reach in as you begin or end a busy day. Either way, I wish you deep growth and happiness on your journey. With great love and respect, Michael Singer. Now, I haven't shuffled these yet, so give me a second to prepare myself. Which I haven't done yet. So you're going to see my little ritual. I used to work for a company called Color Energy Corporation here in Vancouver. And they make essential oils and sprays and roll-ons and energy blends with them based upon chakra frequencies and sacred alchemical energy. And I have several of them that I keep at my desk. And I can't currently find the one I'm looking for. So, you know what? We'll just go with the one I can rely on. Make that 2. Let me find it. Make that 3. One of their products, and this is a blend of all 7 chakra blends and their product called Aura Cleanser, some holy water from Lourdes, and some sea salt. This is called White Light. And as you hear, there's crystals in there. And what that does is that causes a piezoelectric charge, which revs up the frequencies in the essential oils and all the ingredients in here. So you shake it, spray it 3 times. This cleanses your aura. I also have one they make called Unconditional Love, and this is in the pink color. The pink is related to the heart, and it's also related to divine energy, because we all know that really, at our very core, we are all spirit, we are all source, and we are all God. That is unconditional. You are whole, you are complete, you are fulfilled, you are everything, yet nothing at all. Your energy. So this has a mix of various essential oils and crystals and so forth. That always keeps me balanced and reminding myself to love myself unconditionally. Remind myself as best as I can to love others unconditionally. It's not always easy, especially when the 3D matrix version of them is so complicated, convoluted, etc. And this is a product from their Karma line sprays. I believe they have Karma roll-ons as well, but I'm more about the sprays because for me, I feel I get a better uplift. And this is called Divine Light. So this is the light of God. Rather appropriate for this card deck. Every card deck, but that's okay. So let me shuffle. And if you saw my post the other day, I didn't get a chance to do the second reading. There was stuff going on around the house, and I had to tend to that. It's called Life and Life Happens, right? Right. Oh, just noticed that there's another card in here about reading the book. I got the deck on Amazon, by the way. So let's see what the message is. Living life. So I'm trying to get it back in the box here. It's not doing what I want it to. Living life. What if it is really true that God is not judging? What if God is loving? This is a really good example of things I'm hoping to be able to teach you in the future. Many of us who grew up in religious homes, or in my case, forced to go to Bible camp as a teenager, and get preached at by your uncle who's a minister and your father who said he was, United Church of Canada, but didn't really be a Christian life, and completely was brought up with the wrong concept of how to pray to God. Because you don't beg. You don't do any of that. And this is what I've learned. This is why I don't follow any religion. This is why I consider myself generally spiritual and spiritually eclectic. Because I have learned God is not out there floating around in the ether as a man on a throne watching over you, taking tally for everything you do or do not do. God is energy. And that's why I call my business, my channel, the Infinite Spark Collective, because as I explained before in a previous video, you carry that infinite spark of God within you. And it is your, I don't want to say it this way, but I'm going to, duty to build that spark into a fire within you, to become so self-aware and self-actualized and self-realized so that you operate from the I am consciousness. It's a learning process. It's not a destination, but I'm getting there. And when that happens, things change. I know people, I'm learning from people right now this process of self-realization and actualization. And what I learn in my own way from it, I'm planning on teaching you with the things that I did to reach it. And that's one thing you have to realize. God is not judgmental. A really good way to understand that the Bible is not literal, that whatever religious texts are out there are not literal, and they're interpreted by people who think they know what it means. Really, God is consciousness. God is love, and God was trying to teach you that the only way to create the life you want is to enlighten the God within yourself. It said so in the Bible. You are God's. We are. That's the infinite spark that I want you to be open to taking that spark, creating the tinder to turn that spark into a flame. God does not judge. We judge as humans. When we ask to incarnate on this planet, we come here with amnesia. We forget that. And we end up getting indoctrinated into the conscious 3D matrix and conditioned by the people and situations we ask to experience, not because we need to experience them as human, but because the soul does not understand the human life. So that's why you incarnated, was to learn what you're going through. And I'm going to tell you, not every lesson that shows up in your life is a lesson you asked for. And a lot of the times, there's a lot of times you're like me, where I am an observer of other people's lessons. But that doesn't mean that you can't take what you observe and apply it to yourself. And if it doesn't apply, that's okay. That's okay. Not everything you experience was created by you. I have learned that. Not everything that happens to you was meant to happen to you. Stuff happens. What I'm asking you to do is to become more aware and conscious of the things in your life, who you are in life. You're not a human having a spiritual experience. You are a soul here on earth to have a human experience, so that your soul and your spirit, and they are two different things, expands, grows, and evolves. This is a much longer video than I expected to make today, but this is me, Spirit and God, speaking through me, through that card. That may become a deck I rely on a lot, but I have so many decks, there's messages of all kinds. I'll be back tomorrow on Wednesday with another frequency directive and one of the other readings that I cover in my descriptions. I'm not sure which I'll do, but we'll go from there. And that second reading will most likely be more in depth than this one and longer because I may choose more than one deck or more than one card for clarity. We're just going to run with it because I read from using my intuition and my energetic sense of what my higher self is telling me to do. I wish you a great Tuesday. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please like the video. Please share this video and my playlist with other people. They may find something in the readings. You may find something in the older readings I've done that applies to you where you're at right now. Have a great day. This is Kimberly. Welcome to the Infinite Spark Collective, and I'll see you again soon.